Welcome to Amaka Intellectual Factory, where I host podcasts and many other interesting stuff. Well, I'm back like I never was gone before. And I did have plans to drop videos after videos for you all. But then a great evil happened to me. In fact, I am still in great disbelief. It's actually something that has been ongoing for some time now. And then these conspirators against me hit me with a great evil. Oh, be rest assured, I'm gonna make multiple videos on what I'm talking about. I'm just gonna say this though. Protect your star from energy vampires and hyenas. These are beasts who like to reap what they did not sow. They are the beasts empowered by the dragon, as spoken of in the book of Revelations in the Bible. Anyway, that's that on that. Now let's focus on the topic at hand. A pre-review of Virginia Woolf's novel, Orlando. I will be reading from an article I just posted on my website, Amaka Intellectual Factory. So make sure you check out the article as well. In fact, you can pull it up and read along with me on my YouTube channel, if you like. A pre-book review of Virginia Woolf's novel, Orlando. I recently read this novel and intended to do an extensive book review on the novel. But just like every time a novel makes a huge impression on me, I suddenly became overwhelmed with a desire to do house chores, including cleaning up my clutter that has been around for over 10 years. Why? Because everywhere must be spotlessly clean before I can put pen to paper. So again, the desire to clean up is one of the major ways I feel every time I am triggered by a novel. By the time I am done with my book reviews on this novel, you will understand why I was triggered. Some people might ask why I called this a pre-book review, since I just stated that I read the novel recently. My answer to them is, while it is true that I recently read the novel, enough time has elapsed and the other passionate book reviews I would have given have grown cold, despite my comprehensive notes. On the plus side, a reread of this novel would afford me the opportunity to catch the parts of the novel that I probably inadvertently missed in my first reading. I must state that the last novels that made me feel this excitement were novels by Wando Achebe, the daughter of the late great Chinua Achebe, novels by Ifite-Oma and Obinkaram Echewa's novel titled I Saw the Sky Catch Fire. I read these novels multiple times many years ago, and my life has never been the same again. Their novels exposed me to the Igbo matriarchal reality of Ogo Ụmụnwaanyị, translated as women's war or women's struggle. And I must add that their novels are also why I decided to get a website and 2 YouTube channels. That's right, I have 2 YouTube channels, Amaka Intellectual Factory and Amaka Narrates. The motivation to get a website and 2 YouTube channels after reading these novels should give you an idea of the level of motivation and inspiration I got from reading Virginia Woolf's novel, Orlando. Virginia Woolf's novel, Orlando, is considered a landmark LGBT and queer classic exploring gender fluidity, sexuality, and identity. But do not let that dissuade you. My book reviews on this novel are gonna be touching on subjects or topics that are not centered on LGBT issues. Rather, my book reviews on Orlando will be centered on issues that are pivotal to our quality, meaningful existence as human beings that for whatever reason we overlook as unimportant or even petty. So stay tuned because you are in for a very interesting and triggering awakening. The end. So that's that on my article. Like I stated earlier on, by the time you're listening to this, it's going to be up on my website, www.amakaintellectualfactory.com. Please feel free to read along as you're listening to me narrate it on YouTube. Well, that's all I have to say for now. Until next time, take care of your lovely selves. And remember, life is beautiful and worth living.